Gucci YouTube? This your favorite mentor back again, guys, with another banger, guys. So, you guys know we're updating back to back for the rest of 2023, guys, and we are looking forward to actually growing the channel. We are nearby 500 subscribers. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Like the video before we get into it, because you already know it's gonna be a banger, guys. So, as you saw in the title description, guys, we're gonna be talking about scaling in, right? How you can actually scale in and maximize your profits, right? And this is only by using these three factors, right? So the three factors we're going to be looking at in order for you to scale in and maximize your profits is trend line breakout and retest, right? The second one is support and resistance, right? And then the third one is Fibonacci retracement tool, right? So these three things are going to make you a perfect trader when it comes to scaling in into the market, right? So let me just give you an example of what I'm talking about, right? So you might have a trend like this in the market, right? You might have a trend like this in the market, right? Let me just put this trend, and then suddenly the market breaks out of the trend line, right? So now we know how to take entries when the market breaks out of the trend line, right? But do we know how to take an entry when we're already in that entry, right? We want to scale in and maximize on our profits, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have some kind of a, let me just place this one here, right? We're gonna, oh shit, okay, cool, we're gonna have some kind of a resistance here, right? That tells us no, this is the zone where we're gonna sell. And obviously we can also see that when the market comes back to the zone, it's gonna be like a head and shoulders pattern, right? As you can see here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? So now let's say you take your selling opportunity at this point, right? Let's say you take your selling opportunity at this point with your proper stop loss and whatever. Let's just calculate that. And then short position, put your short there. We're gonna have your take profit right over here at this low, right? So your take profit is gonna be at that low. That's gonna be your stop loss, right? Now the $1,000,000 question is, where are you gonna scale in? Now remember, the market gave you a high and the market gave you a low. That's all you need for a Fibonacci retracement, right? But if you wanna be accurate, you're gonna need this market structure to actually create another high and low in between here, in order for us to have a, like, a simple brief of what the method of scaling in is, right? So let's say the market moves down, right? Now you want to scale into the market, right? You want to scale into the market at this point. So when the market moves down before hitting TP, it comes back. Now this is your time to scale in. What you're going to do with your Fibonacci now, remember now that you have another high and low, right? You have another high and low here, which this is your high, this is your low. Now if you haven't watched videos on how to use Fibonacci, I would recommend you going to watch those videos and then coming back to this video, right? So let's go to this point. You take your Fibonacci from the highest point to the lowest point, and then obviously you're going to use your golden zone, which is the 61.8, right? You're going to use the 61.8 to take your second entry, right? This is where you're going to scale in, right? This is where you're going to scale in, and then you're going to take your TP to the same position, and then you want to make sure that you keep this stop loss in profits with the other trade. So when it hits the stop loss, at least you will close in break even or something, right? So now what will happen here is that most of the time what will happen here is that the market will continue to the 61.8, and then it will come down, right? And then it will come down, and then it'll hit your take profit. Or what you can do is, if you are that trader who doesn't like entering risk trades, you can wait for the market to hit your 61.8 and then hit it the second time, which will obviously form a double top, and then you continue with your trade. That means that you're gonna maximize it even better without risking, without having to risk that much. So let's go to a live chat and let me show you what I'm talking about, right? Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please pause this video and go and subscribe, guys. It will mean a lot to the channel. And guys, like, we need to support each other in any way or in every way that we can, right? So I'm going to explain to you what I'm talking about. So now listen, firstly we have our trend line, right? Firstly we have our trend line. Now what can we spot from this trend line? The market broke out of this trend line and the market is now forming a downtrend, right? So where do we want to enter? Obviously we want to enter on this retest, our first entry. Now we're going to take our resistance and put it here. Why am I putting my resistance here? Because as you can see, let me move it more to the side. Okay, fine. So as you can see, the market resisted on this level, right? If you can see what's happening, right? The market resisted here, the market resisted here, the market resisted here, and then the market resisted here. Basically this is an SR flip, right? It's a support which turned into a resistance, right? So now where are we going to take our first selling opportunities? It's going to be here, right? Because the market formed a double top and the market is basically forming a new trend, right? So that's our first entry. But let's get to the scaling in part, right? How are we going to scale in? Now remember, this is your initial take profit, right? This is, let's say this was your initial take profit. Let's say this was your initial take profit, right? This is actually a good trade that you can take on gold, right? Long term, right? So let's say that was your initial take profit, right? So now you can, when scaling in now, you can see that, okay, the market is forming a new trend here, right? The market is forming a new trend here, which is a downtrend, right? But let's stick to the breakout and retest. So now what we have here is we have a high and we have a low, right? So we just going to take our Fibonacci level and take it from the highest point to the lowest point, right? So after we take our Fibonacci level from the highest point to the lowest point, we want to take our trade on the 61.8 level, right? So we just place our order there, and then we put our take profit here with lowering the risk of the loss, right? And that's how you do it. Now if you don't want to enter like that, you can basically see the market coming back to this point to test the 61.8, or it's just going to test the 50% and then drop. But you can choose to, if you want to wait for the double top on the 61.8, or if you want to re-enter on the 50, it's all up to you guys. So this is how you can actually scale into the market and maximize your profits and actually grow your small accounts from the likes of 300 ZAR, 400 ZAR, 500 ZAR, all the way up to 5,000 rands, guys, or like 10,000 rands, just by taking entries, scaling in, waiting for the market to move, using your Fibonacci again, taking another entry on the right zone. So the 61.8 level, I would recommend you to make it orange or yellow or something, just for you to know, like, where are we gonna trade, where is the 61.8, and for you to see that the zone is actually important, right? This is for it to remind you. So let me show you how you can make it orange or any color. So you just go here and then you click on these three dots, and then you're gonna go to settings, right? So after you come to settings, you're gonna go to visibility, and then you're gonna scroll down, right? Okay, wait. Okay, you're gonna go to style. So you're gonna go to style, you're gonna scroll down, and here where you see 61.8, 0.618, you're gonna tap on that color and you're gonna make it orange or red or blue, just for you to know, like, this zone, it's important, right? So nonetheless, we've come to the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Comment down below on suggestions of videos that you would want me to make in the future, guys, like on our next video or something. And if you are a new subscriber, please don't forget to subscribe back, guys, so we can reach the target of 500 subscribers, and then from there we can reach 1,000 subscribers, right? Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, show some love. This is your mentor, Uncle Nasdaq, signing out.